Hello, hello. It is now Sunday. It is July 19th, and it is a warm, sunny day here in Atlanta. I'm here visiting my family, and I am so happy to be here. My son came up from Miami, which really was exciting, and I'm so glad that has happened. And here we are. It is a beautiful day, and tomorrow is the new moon. Right now, the sun, hey Candy, right now the sun, Deborah, right now the sun is in Cancer along with the moon because tomorrow we have our second, hey Wendy, we have our second new moon. Gotcha, Candy. It's new moon and Deborah and Wendy. Okay. I've got my three people for your readings. This is the second new moon in Cancer. The first new moon was on June 21st at 0 degrees, and it was also a solar eclipse. This new moon is at 28 degrees of Cancer tomorrow afternoon at 1:33 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And again, we have been focusing on family and home and where we find comfort and where we find security and also freedom at the same time. Hey, Laura. Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow. Oh, I'm happy for you. So, Laura, I'm going to add you to the cards because it's your birthday tomorrow. That is that emotional feeling that you are sensing, Laura. It's because Cancer is a water sign. So it's about emotion. It's about feelings. It's about how we are relating to our environment. And you are very sensitive and can tend to be an empath. So it's important to understand, are you taking on what is happening around you, or is this truly what you're feeling? That is really, really important to be able to make that determination and to find peace in you, not with all that's going on outside. Hey, Lori, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. This is, again, a good day, and I am here, like I say, because I am here with my son, and we're visiting my nephew, his cousin, and we haven't seen each other in a while. Obviously, with everything that's going on with just life in general, this has been really different in terms of what's happening. So I really am happy to be here and celebrating. As you know, before, on Father's Day, I was at my cousin's house because we were having a celebration of life for her husband. And I would like you to just hold light for her continually because on Friday her son was killed in a motorcycle accident. So that has been a lot for the family. So if you could just send love and light out that way, just in general, knowing that we all need support of some kind, but this has been a harder time for her. So I really appreciate whatever you can share and just sharing from your heart. That's really, really a beautiful thing. Vanetta, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. So this is now the new moon of intentions. We've learned a lot from the last solar eclipse that was the new moon on June 21st. And that being a solar eclipse is lasting for 6 months. So that's going to hold on to us as we're learning new ways of finding safety and security and comfort and replenishment. And it's all about that wonderful feeling of home, being embraced and loved. All of this, yay, Vanetta, all of this is really important to this second new moon in Cancer because we've learned a lot over the last month on how we need to adapt, how we're doing our living, how we're doing just feeling how we're going to be comfortable in where we are. So now it's time to set new intentions on how we see us going forward in the future. That's what's really, really important is to what does that mean? Where am I going? How do I do this? All of this. Madonna, thank you for being here. All of this is really important because it's about our feeling comfortable, embraced, at home, relaxed, and of course replenished. It's about not being in that fearful place, but being in that place where we are whole, healthy, and well. Visualizing that we are whole, healthy, and well in all parts of our life, in everything in life, sets out that intention. It sends that out into the universe for all of us to then know and feel that same thing. We create with intention. I mean, how many times have we heard, be careful what you wish for because you may get it. It is about intention. Or have you heard it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, meaning if we keep thinking that thought, then we are creating it. All of that is what we're doing here, but we're doing it in a positive way. So this new moon tarot reading is about creating that intention, creating that positive intention on how we want to live in the future. Everything in life is temporary. We are moving forward. We are seeing it differently, and that's what's really, really super important. So what I'd love for you to breathe in now is that feeling of whole, healthy, and well. Breathe in that feeling of love for yourself. Breathe in that feeling of love for those around you. Breathe in that feeling of joy, that we live in joy. Feel that in your heart. Feel that completely. Feel yourself embraced by the universe. Feel yourself embraced and comforted by your own love, your own self-love. Feel that in your heart and breathe it in. And then with these intentions of how we are going to create, I'm going to shuffle the cards and we will start. Now this is a 7-card reading. Now I'm doing this because it is the new moon tomorrow, but this can be done anytime that you want to create intentions or anytime that you want to do this for yourself. I do not do this every new moon. This one, because it's the second Cancer new moon in a month, is why I want to do it here. Okay, so I have now shuffled the cards, I divide it, and of course, as always, the summary card comes from the bottom. And I put that off to the side. Okay, let me get started here. All right, I'm at my niece's desk, so I'm working within that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, if you know the tarot deck, it's divided into 2 parts. We have the major arcana and the minor arcana. The major arcana are 22 cards, which are a higher level, a soul level reading and intention in that card and message. And then the minor arcana are just like our playing cards. So there's four suits, and then the numbered cards and the court cards. Hey, Jackie. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Good morning. Wendy Vargas, Teddy's mommy. Yay. So here we go. So the first one, so anyway, my point being that there are 22 and 56 of the regular playing cards. In this, as I pull these cards here, half of the cards of the 6 that I have down here, I'm not counting the summary card, are major arcana cards. So that says that we're at a strong turning point to raise our level of how we are functioning. We have learned so much over the last 5 months, and especially over the last month. We've seen how hey Michelle. We've seen how, and Deb, yay. We've seen how we've had to make adapting our lifestyle a point where it has to still be good for us. It has to still make us feel good. It still has to have us feel free and complete and whole, healthy, and well. So the intention being that we're whole, healthy, well, and loved, and joyous, That's why they Connect with Joy reading is still half price, because if this with 2 new moons in Cancer and this unbelievable time to create intentions, this is a perfect time for that reading. And again, half price, and the link is there. I also am asking to continue, if you have not yet responded to Facebook. I'm still being locked out with being able to use my website, the name of my website. It doesn't allow me to post. I'm not allowed to do that. Also on Instagram, I have been reported as abusive. Those of you that know me, I am the opposite end of the spectrum. So there is a bit.ly link to respond to Facebook. I really would appreciate it. There's no customer service in Facebook. There's no real person that responds to anything, but they do understand with their algorithm numbers. So if a number of people do respond on this response form saying the opposite of what they have deemed me, then it will really, really be helpful for me. So I would appreciate that. I know some of you have responded already to say, that I should be allowed to post my website. In no way am I abusive, but loving. So if you can still do that, I would appreciate it. Hey, and okay, here we go. First card. What have I released? And this is really good because in order to create an intention for something new, wow, I'm just seeing orbs going through my screen. Love that. Wow, lots of support. Okay, so what have I released? The first card that we have, whoops, I'm trying not to get, here we go, is the Queen of Cups. I love the Queen of Cups. Cups is the water sign, so this is representing Cancer, and that is washing away. Look, she has a full cup. Her cup is never empty. The whole point being is that, yes, she can share her cup with others. Yes, she can do that, but it's never empty. So what have I released? I've released the ability to think that I have an empty cup, that I always have to share with others, but not replenish me. That is the most important part. In order for us to do everything that we have to do in this world and be true and honest with ourselves, we have to make sure that our cup is always full. So this is saying, what have I released? I have released allowing me, nobody else drains your cup, you allow it. Me allowing people to drain my cup. My cup is always overflowing so that I have enough to share. I have the love to share, I have the support to share, whatever it is that I have in my life and those people that I love that I share with, I always have enough. Because my cup is always full. I have learned that I must make sure that I take care of myself first, and then my cup is overflowing to share with others. Second card, where am I now? Now, this is our first major arcana card. So this is called the Lovers. So this, you may think that this is about romantic love or whatever kind of love. And as you can see, it's a little different than what we would normally think of as the Lovers. This is the Lovers card, but it's also about yin and yang. It's about, as you can see, we've got the burning bush here, but then we also have the floral bush. And we have female, male. So we have Mars, Venus. But above it, yes, there you go, Candy. Plenty to share and to spare. Perfect. So above it, you see the divine embracing both sides. That's to acknowledge that we have that shadow side of us and we have that light side of us. It is okay. So where am I now? Acknowledging that both sides exist in me. I don't have to just be giving, as it said in the first card. The other part of me says, I take care of me and then I share. We have both sides within us, acknowledging that. Many times, our shadow is our power. It's those things, it's what we learned in our youth. And I'm talking like 3, 4, 5 years old. What we learned in terms of beliefs, skills, whatever, that kept us going and helped us survive. And of course, we know some people like this, but we really can't be acting like a 4-year-old when we're 40, 50, 60, whatever. There are some people that still do that. Not many. But with that, within this is saying that acknowledge that some of those things that I learned that are that side of me that sometimes I'm not real happy with is also my strength and my power. When we start diminishing ourselves and putting ourselves down, we're showing unlove to ourselves. We're not showing love. Love is what fills our cup. That's what we're saying in the first card. It's about keeping that cup full. And keeping that cup full is about keeping ourselves loved. Us loving us, not somebody else. It's always wonderful to have someone else outside and people that you care about love you, but we've got to start with us first. So what this is saying is, I have learned to accept all of me, to love all of me, and to keep that cup full. So that is really a beautiful thing, and it's especially important in light of the way many of us have been living now, where we are living together, all of us, children, multi-generation, whatever, and not having that break that we normally have. So what have I learned? I've learned to take care of me. I've learned to love me and all of me. The light, the dark, the yin, the yang, all of it, because it's part of us. And it is acknowledged and embraced, just like every part of us. So what is emerging within me? This card is the second major arcana card, and I really like this. In learning to love ourselves, accept us fully for who we are, not worrying about what other people think, all of those other things, what we have become is fully in charge of ourselves. This is the second major arcana card, and this is the Emperor. This is the person that can hand out and give out advice and be the wherewithal end all for anybody that needs assistance. Be fully in charge of yourself, not having to worry about what anybody else thinks. Be able to share with others, give them advice, do whatever. And of course, remember, with advice, it's just like a gift. Once you give it away, it's no longer yours. So if somebody doesn't follow your advice, it doesn't really matter. You've given them advice, you've given it to them, it's no longer yours. Whatever they do with it is up to them. Doesn't matter. This is the Emperor. This is from what you've learned about loving yourself and accepting all of who you are, has brought you to this point. And this is such a powerful position. And that's the word that I really want all of you to understand, is that this is such a powerful position. Really, really amazing. What do I wish to grow? Again, it seems to me that a lot of this focus is on you individually, as an accepting, loving, focusing on what you want and desire, not always giving away to the others first. So this is really important. So the fourth card, what do I wish to grow? And this is really great because it's swords, which is thoughts, and it's the air sign. And fourth card, and it is a 4. So it is about creating a strong foundation for us to do what we want. This is about being in repose, being in stillness, listening to the messages that are given to us, listening to our own inner being, listening to our higher self in terms of what is best for us. What is best for you? It's hard to always know that if we don't stop and listen to the messages, the divine messages that are given to us, whether it's our higher self, and of course our higher self is connected to the divine, whatever that happens to be. This is about taking time for you. So this whole new moon intention, especially with Cancer, and the focus on Cancer being family and comfort and security, is now focusing not outside of you, but inside of you. Who, right here, this whole focus so far is, what is that? The name of this card, this one, is the Four of Swords. Candy, if that's the one that you were asking about. The one before it was the Emperor, but this one's the Four of Swords. Okay, so let me know if I gave you the right name for that one, okay? So, fifth card. How can I bring my goals and intention to fruition? Now, I really, really like this. How can I bring my goals and intentions into fruition? Here we have the third major arcana card, and this is the Fool. And you're saying, what? bring my goals and intentions through the Fool. It's about taking that leap. It's about taking that risk. It's about figuring out where I want to go and how I'm going to do that, and then do it. You may have been thinking about something that's going to make you feel better that you want to do, and it probably has nothing to do with our being self-contained now because of COVID. It's probably just one of those things where you're thinking, well, I don't know if I can really do that. Because of course we're not going to do anything to damage our health, but there may be some new thing that you found or discovered online that you want to try. It may be some other new thing that you went, yes, that is taking that courage. Exactly, Jackie. Whatever it is that you're thinking about now, the new thing that you want to expand your horizons, expand who you are, it is about expansion. That's what this whole card is about. It's about taking that leap to try something new. Sometimes we're not sure that we have the ability. That's why that Emperor card showed up, because it's to remind you that you do. And you're never going to know unless you try, and that's what this is about. The beauty of this card is that this is spirit. This white dog is spirit, supporting you, guiding you, protecting you. So whatever you're thinking about that you want to step out and do, it's okay. Do it. Try it, because you will never know unless you give it that shot. And it may be something that you feel that accomplishment with trying and the success of making it work. You'll never know unless you try. Sixth card. What additional resources are available for me to manifest? Well, it's interesting because this card is the Five of Wands, and it normally would be a bunch of confusion and chaos. So if this intention of this position of the card is, what additional resources are available for me to manifest? I'm feeling from this intuitively that this means that there is a number of things out there. There are so many things that I want to manifest, that I want to see happen in my life, and they're not fighting each other as this card shows. It's just that there is so much going on. It's like, what do I pick first? Where do I go next? There are so many things that I want to do and so many things that I want to manifest if I take the leap, if I move forward in what is happening. So this is really making that leap and making it work. If you'll notice, none of the cards that have been reflected are about anybody else but you. This is all about you. Hey, Agnes. Hey, Agnes. This is all about you, not about anybody else. Now, the summary card is the Seven of Swords. So you're thinking, oh my God, here we go, another chaos card. What is going on here? It's about what we go through internally. Wands is the fire sign. So it's about your passion and your mission and your spirit, your inner spirit. If you'll notice, we had two that kind of reflect this. That just reflects the inner battle that you're going on with. Should I take this leap? Should I stay where I am? Should I try something new? Should I do this new program? Should I buy this course that I've been wanting to take for the long time? How about this series of books that I've been wanting to read, but now I didn't want to make the investment? All of those things that keep you in that same place, that keep you stuck. That's what this card reflects. It's not about anything external. It's only about the internal battle going on within you. This new moon is about replenishment, comfort, security, home, love, all of those things. So yes, it does reflect what happens outside of us in our home, but it all starts with you. How are you going to make this change? And if you'll notice, when you make the change within you, it happens outside of you as well. It can't not. It has to happen. It has to go on and happen with everybody else as well. You'll see a difference in how things come back to you, whether it's how people respond to you or it's what you're receiving, whether it be information or actually physical things, and including money that are coming back to you, whatever that happens to be. I really, really love this. This whole reading has been really interesting because it's been about keeping your own cup full in whatever way that is important to you. It's not about how anybody else feels about it. It's all about you. Now, let me shuffle the cards and let's do the single card readings. Now, this is what we do for the online tarot gallery reading, but we spend a little bit more time on each card. And what I want you to understand also, because it's really, really important, is that even if you are not one, and we actually had 4 people today, that's exactly right. Oh, I love that, Sandra. Don't worry about seeing the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Oh, I love that, Sandra. Then each step is revealed as you go. Oh, and of course, we're going up as we take that staircase up. Oh, thank you, Sandra, for that. I love it. So each person so Candy, Deborah, Wendy, and then tomorrow's Laura's birthday, Laura Serena's birthday. So I wanted to make sure she had a card. So each person has their own card, but this is a reading for everybody. And this is how we do the online tarot gallery reading as well. There are 10 to 12 people on the online tarot gallery reading, and they get their own special card. But every other card that occurs is also about the group. So yes. Oh, Martin Luther King said that. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Angie. It was awesome. Yes, it always is, isn't it? This last Thursday was really special. Okay, Candy. 3 of Wands. I like the 3 of Wands. And the 3 of Wands is about looking to what is coming back to you. So Candy, you've been sending your message out there. You've been sharing your message. You've been all the different and new and wonderful things that you want to do. So this is not just for Candy, this is for everybody, but especially for Candy. That means that now watch it come back. Whether it be financial, whether it be another step to follow, whether it be more information, whatever that happens to be. Now pay attention to what is coming back to you. And again, this is Wands. So this is about what you're passionate about. And this is about your own inner spirit and what you're focused on. So this is really, really good. I like this. Okay, Deborah. By the way, I'm sitting here in Joy's office, and right outside her window over there, she has set up bird feeders and the rabbit. There's a little baby rabbit that comes, and the chipmunks, and a whole variety of birds. So it's been wonderful to sit here and watch, just be still and watch, because they really don't seem to be bothered that I'm sitting in the window watching them. So she has a beautiful place for her office. Okay, Deborah, here we go. Okay, this is the 8 of Cups. Now this is about stepping out into that new thing. I mean, just like the card that we just had, which was the Fool, which is stepping out into the unknown. This one is the same thing. Stepping out into the unknown. I'm so glad, Candy, because I figured you would love that. My light is over here, so each time I hold the card up, there's a shadow, but oh well. So the point of this card, Deborah, is that whatever new thing that you're thinking about, and it seems a little bit unsure, or you feel unsure about it, it means keep going. This is about stepping out into the darkness. Maybe I'm not enthusiastic about this. Maybe I'm concerned. Maybe I'm a little leery about the outcomes. Maybe I'm not feeling confident or capable enough to do this. Whatever is holding you back, you still have to take that first step. The whole part of this is that the 9 of Cups is stepping out into something new in the sunlight. That means we might start that we are making that first step. It might be then the other step is revealed, as we just saw, that the next step and the next step is revealed and the light comes on. So this may be how it feels right now, but whatever new thing you're starting on is going to be perfect, and it is going to work. but it means making that first step, making that commitment. Once the universe knows you're committed, it's endless returns. It can't help but give you endless returns. Okay, Wendy Watkins. Okay, let's do this. Another shuffle. Hey, Veronica. So glad you're here. Okay, Wendy. Oh, love this card, Wendy. Look, the world. Whatever you have been working on, whatever you've been thinking about, it's now coming to fruition. You're now seeing it come to completion. And of course, there is the other part of this. There is the other part of this. Good, Deborah. Is that now this is the foundation that you've laid for what comes next. Because once we have come to completion, we start a new cycle. But this means savor that completion, savor the joy of whatever is happening right now, savor how delicious it tastes right now, and know that that gives you that positive feeling and impetus for what starts next. And of course, it's the new moon in Cancer. So you've got that wonderful foundation of the new moon in Cancer from June 21st that was the solar eclipse that gave you that start. This is building on it. So now you see it. Now you see what's happened. Now you see where it's going, and it's time to then take it to the next level. It's not that this gets wiped out and we never see it again. It's about taking it to the next level. So that is, I like that. You always have something that you're expanding on and something that you're building on, Wendy. So I really, really like this card. Really do. Okay, Laura, for your birthday, let's get you here. And, oh, lots of good things happening to you, huh? So, in this card is the Tower card. And you're thinking, oh yeah, that's a lot of good things happening right there, right? That's total confusion and starting all over. But that's not a bad thing. That means, and this is the Uranus card. This, thank you, Wendy. I feel it really, really strongly that this is really perfect, really good. This is about starting over and starting new. It's not about it's miserable, it's horrible. It might feel a little bit right now, but there are new things happening for you, Laura. Brand new things. But in order to do that, I'm feeling that there are thoughts that may be holding you back, not necessarily physical conditions that are holding you back, but thoughts that could be in your way. So more than like major catastrophe type thing, this is about making my thoughts, just like these other cards, about stepping out. I mean, this whole reading has been about stepping out into the new, about whatever it is that you want to create, making sure that it really, really works by just taking that leap. This card then says there's stuff that you really have to move out of the way, and it may take a big kaboom in your thoughts and in your focus of moving forward to get that going. So this only reflects, and this is intuitively how I'm feeling about this only reflects in your thoughts. It's not the physical part of this. So whatever new thing that you've been thinking about, just as this reading showed, it's important for you to go ahead and stay with it, because it really is, really, really, really is important for you. I feel this strongly. I feel that this, once these cords are cut, you are on your way. You are totally on your way. Wow. This is a powerful card. And it looks like it's really, really ugly and really, really awful, but it's really, really not. It's really, really good. This has been wonderful today. I am so happy that you've been here. Please keep in mind the response link for Facebook, because I have no idea why I was reported, my website was reported as abusive. There is no one to answer the questions at Facebook. There's no customer service. Their stuff is based on numbers. So the more people that will respond positively, the better it can be. So I really would appreciate your doing that. Well, Tim and I are going to be on. You are so welcome, Wendy. Thank you. Tim and I are going to be on our way back to Tallahassee. He's leaving to go back to Miami on Tuesday. It's been wonderful having him here. Last night we got to FaceTime with Teddy while he was in his corner. His mom fixed a corner up for him for his books and his toys and stuff. And so he was just lounging there, right, Wendy? Wendy Vargas? He was lounging there talking to us, had different stories to tell. He was absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable, and I miss him so much. So Wendy Vargas Mommy gives him extra hugs from me because I miss him. And he gets to kiss me on the phone. I love it. Oh, if you look, Laura, thank you for the question. If you look in the comments prior to this video, I have posted a link. It's a bit.ly link, bit.ly link. And it is a response to Facebook. It says FB Response DC. So it's a Facebook response form. Is their official form on Facebook. So I really would appreciate your doing that, Laura. Yes. Thank you, Wendy Vargas, for that, because I miss you both. I miss you both. Thank you for today. It's been wonderful. And Ruth, if you noticed, I hit the public button finally. Doesn't mean I'll do it next week, but this week I hit the public button. So I have to giggle because Ruth watches out for me. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. She has been such a help. So I am so happy to wish you the very best of a Sunday. Did you chuckle, Ruth? You are welcome, Sandra. Thank you for sharing that wonderful message and quote from Martin Luther King. I wish you a beautiful Sunday. Please set your intentions. Set those beautiful intentions for home and family and comfort and security and all the greatness that's out there that fills our heart to overflowing. You are amazing. I love you all. Thank you so much. And remember, joy has your name on it.